Over the weekend, the Bilderberg Group met for their annual secret meeting of the movers and shakers of the global elite, the ruling class. But anybody watching mainstream media didn't hear a word about it because, of course, there's been a blackout in place for decades. And if you search Google News for the Bilderberg Group, which is a little bit different than the normal Google search engine, it filters out search results only from trusted mainstream media sources. There are a total of 4 results. One from CNBC, sort of the financial network on cable, and one from the London Guardian, one from the Portugal Resident, because the meeting took place over there in Portugal, and one from the London Daily Mail. 4 search results about a meeting of 120 or 130 of the world's most powerful men just getting together behind closed doors to plot and scheme for the New World Order. And I was pleasantly surprised when I was watching Greg Kelly's show on Newsmax Friday, since I dumped Fox News about a month ago, ever since they fired Tucker Carlson, and saw this.
So, the Bilderberg meeting, do you know anything about this? It's news to me. It's happening right now in Lisbon, Portugal. It's been going on since 1954. A secret meeting featuring some of the world's most powerful people, and they don't want us to know what's going on inside. Reportedly, on the list, Sam Altman. He just developed Open AI. He's the ChatGPT dude. Satya Nadella, the Microsoft CEO. Jens Stoltenberg, the head of NATO. Also, Alberta Bourla, Pfizer's CEO. The Ukrainian foreign minister. What are they going to talk about? And why is it in secret? If they're going to make decisions about this stuff, we need to know AI, the banking system, energy transition, Russia, Ukraine. And why are they talking about U.S. leadership? Is that code for the election, in 2024? I would imagine that globalists maybe would not be on the side of Donald Trump. And it's happening right now in Lisbon, Portugal. We'll be right back.
Well, that sure is interesting. I've never seen anybody on Fox News talk about the Bilderberg Group, despite the network claiming to be dedicated to exposing the deep state. And I will neither confirm nor deny whether I did or did not reach out to Greg Kelly last week and did or did not encourage him to report on such an important topic. But would you look at this? He had me on his radio show Friday afternoon. Well, what a coincidence. Many of my old school viewers, however, know that back in the day, I reached out to Sean Hannity numerous times, hoping to encourage him to expose the Bilderberg Group, which resulted in him blocking me on Twitter. And this is one of those friendly reminders, resulting in him playing dumb.
Anyway, thanks for the call, Mark, KFMB, San Diego. Next, Sean Hannity Show. How are you, Mark?
Pretty good, but with all this economic crises going on and everybody looking for answers and blame, I was wondering if you could talk about the Bilderberg Group and the role that they play in the global economy and geopolitics.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's go to Amy in Cincinnati, 55 KRC. What's up, Amy?
Well, you're being a gatekeeper, Sean. That's what's going on. Here's just one more that's quite revealing, and I had to start using different names because Mark in San Diego would set off an immediate red flag, and they would never take my calls. So then I just kept trying under assumed names.
Let us go to Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
You're a pathetic excuse for Americans, Sean, you zombie, and mainstream media mockingbird. While you claim to be against mainstream media, you couldn't be...
You're a real genius, Jonathan. You know, we've been waiting all day for a comment like you and a genius like you to enlighten us.
All
right, Mr. Liberal, why don't you get to your point instead of being a little snotty, left-wing radical? Go ahead.
Since you're so educated on geopolitics, can you tell...
Big dope.
Get off the phone,
Greg.
you big dope.
Not only did he drop my call, but he used a 7-second delay to censor my question because he didn't want the very words Bilderberg Group going out on air. And if you missed it, check my in-depth report from last week on the Bilderberg Group. This is the thumbnail, and the title is something like What Fox News Won't Tell You About the... ... Of course, Alex Jones covered the Bilderberg Group, as he's been doing for many decades, and if you search Infowars.com, you would find articles and reports like Media Moguls Confronted and Dinner Party Exposed at Bilderberg 2023. At Bilderberg's Bigwig Bash, 2 things are guaranteed, Kissinger and secrecy, along with a repost of his old Endgame documentary and a bunch of other articles about it. And if you search Google, not Google News, which again filters out the search results for only mainstream media sources, the main Google search bar for Bilderberg Group Infowars no InfoWars articles come up. There are a couple articles about Alex Jones, like this one from the London Independent, the BBC, an IMDb listing about a documentary that Alex is in about the Bilderberg Group. Oh, the Southern Poverty Law Center condemning Alex Jones for reporting on the Bilderberg Group. BuzzFeed also complaining that Alex Jones has exposed the Bilderberg Group. But no articles from Infowars.com. But if you search Yahoo for Bilderberg Infowars, then surprisingly, some relevant search results come up like this one about the Great Reset architect Yuval Harari, who arrived at this year's Bilderberg meeting. Another one about the 69th Bilderberg meeting agenda and attendees. That sounds pretty important. An archive about previous Bilderberg reports. And if you search Bing, Microsoft's search engine, for Bilderberg Infowars, then you also get relevant search results from Infowars about the meeting. But again, if you search Google for Bilderberg Group Infowars, then you get a couple of foreign news articles and a Southern Poverty Law Center and BuzzFeed article complaining about Alex Jones reporting on them. So bravo to Greg Kelly and Newsmax for reporting on what no other cable news network wants to touch. And that might be why Newsmax is now beating CNN in the ratings. Once a fledgling cable channel that mainstream self-proclaimed journalists snubbed their nose at and never took seriously, has now grown bigger than CNN. CNN drops to 4th place in prime time behind Newsmax. And now Fox News might actually drop behind MSNBC because hundreds of thousands, millions of people have dumped Fox News after they censored Tucker Carlson and, like myself, are now watching Newsmax. And here's Glenn Beck back when he was a Fox News host telling viewers not to look into the Bilderberg Group.
All right, I want to talk to you a little bit about what could possibly be in our future, and I don't think there's really much speculation on this, but I want you to know the attacks are going to come fast and furious from the left. Some of them will be deserved if you take this and you go down a tinfoil hat road. I mean, you don't need to go to the Bilderbergers. I mean, it's as useful as going to the Whataburgers. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that. Nothing to see here, folks. Just move along. You don't want to be called a tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorist, says Glenn Beck. So definitely don't order my book, The Bilderberg Group Facts and Fiction, in paperback from Amazon.com. And here he is on his radio show mocking Alex Jones for exposing the Bilderberg Group.
How about we concentrate? Why do we have to go to the secret meetings of the Bilderbergs? Let's concentrate on what's out in the open. What do you say? Let's look at that stuff first. Let me go to Gary. Hi, Gary. You're on the Glenn Beck program. Line 2. You have to pick it up.
How you doing, you sick?
Good. How are you?
I'm a big fan of the program.
This is one of his sidekicks doing an obviously staged call that he's in on.
I'm very happy
impersonating Alex Jones.
Of about what you're discussing right now.
Yes.
And I think it's very important that people understand the Bilderbergs. And I'm glad you're going into them and pointing out that they are the ones leading this global revolution.
No, I'm not pointing that at...
Thank you so much
no,
for
I'm not
focusing attention and promoting the fact that the Bilderbergs are responsible.
No, I'm not.
Everything.
I'm not saying that. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. Why don't we not look at the Bilderbergs? Or is that what they want me to believe? The bees, no. I say,
don't look at the Bilderberg Group, says the clown, who many in the conservative movement hold up as some truth seeker or truth teller. The same clown who did an apology tour back in 2016 on MSNBC, CNN, every liberal media outlet that would listen to him, where he said he was sorry for hurting liberals' feelings and joined the Never Trump train, saying that Donald Trump would destroy America.
And Donald Trump, I really truly believe, is a very dangerous man. If you listen to, Chris, some of the things he said this weekend.
And there's two ways to go: anger and nationalism, which has been done before in history.
Whoa.
And you can go for nationalism, you can go for anger.
Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler?
If you look at what's happening with Donald Trump and his playing to the lowest common denominator and to the anger in us, you know, Adolf Hitler, we all look at Adolf Hitler in 1940. We should look at Adolf Hitler in 1929. He was a kind of a funny kind of character that said the things that people were thinking. where Donald Trump takes it, I have absolutely no idea. But Donald Trump is a dangerous man with the things that he has been saying.
Our next guest, conservative radio and TV host Glenn Beck, has been against the Donald Trump presidential candidacy from the start.
He is frightening. Donald Trump is frightening, and we better stick together.
He wanted to stick together with MSNBC and CNN to try to stop Donald Trump from winning the 2016 presidential election. And so did Ben Shapiro, by the way. It's amazing how many people have forgotten about that. Me, on the other hand, I did start supporting Rand Paul in the 2016 presidential election, but quickly warmed up to Donald Trump in 2015, and then threw my full support behind him back then, and he still has it. And if you want him reelected, order your Wanted for President shirt from markdice.com or click the link in the description below. And for this whole week, save 25% off of anything by using the promo code MAGA25 at the checkout. So order your Wanted for President shirt, my Conspiracy Theorists Are Right shirt, or any of my awesome designs, all available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below, enter the promo code MAGA25 at the checkout, and check them out.